Good morning, guys. What's up? What's up? Having a little bit of difficulty there getting onto YouTube, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. Good morning to you, and I hope you're well. It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan, and you know what it is, guys. It's going to be one of those things. Let's get into the show, guys. I got a lot of reports here for you. I got some latest updates on an interesting new twist that might be happening right now because Man United are set to be interested in one or two players. Let's see how it goes. There's been an issue and some delays in the deal for Matthijs de Ligt, so there's been some delays. I know it seems like some of the transfers are stalling. Manuel Ugarte's deal has also seemed like it's stalled as well. But guys, I want to assure you that he is our number one priority, but we are making a shift. I think Man United are looking to get two midfielders in on this window, and we're going to get 2 to 3 defenders. Now we're going to look at two other players coming in on the list that Man United might be making a shift to, guys. So get in, smash those likes and subscribe. And if you're new, guess what, guys? It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan, bringing the updates, the latest transfer news, Manchester United views. Big up to all of you joining. Let's get into the show, guys. Big up and good morning to you, Mark Davies. I'm gonna get into that. I'm worried that United will start to play. Relax, my bro. It's too early to have all these worries. We need to take a little bit of a calm and just get it in because, guys, there's lots to be happy about. United never hasn't normally done business this early. I know we got two signings in, and they're 2 weeks of a week has passed since we've signed anyone, and everyone is thinking, "What are we doing? We're wasting time." But there's a bit of time in the window to move players on, and we're starting to see some bids coming in, serious inquiries coming in for players. We're going to talk about that as we get into it, guys, because there's some reports coming in that Eriksen is in talks with Ajax. They want to sign the player. They want to bring Eriksen on a loan. And Man United don't mind sending Eriksen on a loan if with an obligation to buy at the end of the period. Now, the talks are in negotiation at the moment as we're speaking, guys. So I can tell you for sure that if you wait maybe a week, maybe you see some movements in the window, a serious shakeup in the exits, because you know what? There's a fresh bid incoming from Fulham for Scotty McTominay. There's also a fresh bid coming in from another club as well. These are the reports coming in Germany at the moment. Guys, I'm going to talk to you about outgoings for a little second because there's a few players that are gaining some interest in this moment. West Ham are interested in Wan Bissaka, although it has gone quiet. Man United have relaxed their asking fee on him, 10 to 15 million pounds. It's very possible that Wan Bissaka will be leaving to West Ham. It may not be right now, but it might be as soon as we return from the tour. Now, on the tour, guys, I know a lot of players are going there, and as you and I will possibly agree, Man United should be more ruthless and have left some of the French players back at Carrington to let them find a club. At the same time, United has not really done that. We're not really famous for doing this kind of things. We act with a little bit more compassion compared to the ruthlessness in some occasions. But what I can tell you is the prospect of Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox and these guys also traveling on the tour seems to likely that, deals will continue. And I'm only saying this because it's perspective that, it's in the USA. They can meet with players and their agents. It could be something more of a retreat for them. It's going to be interesting to see how much business gets done and how the business gets done. But let's get into it, guys, because there's some reports coming in about some players that you might be not knowing. Let's check out this report on Scott Mctominay. Currently, right now, there's an improved offer imminent. Manchester United are expecting an offer to come in for the Scotsman, and they are probably willing to accept it. Manchester United have rebuffed the earliest interest in one of Erik Ten Hag's most trusted lieutenants since the window opened, but may be inclined to change their stance before deadline day in order to sanction more arrivals. Indeed, Scott Mctomminay is proven to be one of the Reds' most sought-after players this summer, which comes as little surprise given the season he oversaw in 23-24. The midfielder's spirit shift across the team led him to a recording career-best campaign of having notched 10 goals in all competition, guys. He played an integral role amidst a tumultuous season at Old Trafford and always was ready to make an impact when called upon. A Euro club is now asking for 17.7 million more to sanction a player's exit after learning United's interest. That's going to be interesting. We talked about that yesterday. That's definitely regarding, for Wesley. I mean, Youssef Fofana, guys. So it's going to be. We'll talk about that in a while as well. Such efforts have made Ten Hag unwilling to part with McTominay, so have been reported. But at the same time, ultimately, even though the Dutchman's reduced authority in the transfer window dealing since Ineos took the reins means he will have little say on McTominay's sale should the senior chiefs decide to negotiate with a club. So guys, understand, even if Erik ten Hag is not willing to sell McTominay, he doesn't have a say. So it's not going to work out like that. McTominay will go if the club receives an offer they deem acceptable. So I wanted to assure you guys on that. And there's a bid that's set to be coming in from the Cottagers again. Guys, stay tuned because that could be coming in today, and you should be hearing more reports on that as well. There's some other interesting reports coming in, guys, and I will shift to Jadon Sancho really quickly because there have been reports in the last 24 hours that, PSG is willing to submit an offer. They have verbally discussed a 40 million offer for the winger. Will Man United accept this offer? This will go a long way into our purchase of Manuel Ugarte, guys, because if this deal is accepted, it's very likely that United are just going to add 10 million and get Ugarte. This is why I keep saying to you guys, it's very possible for Ugarte to come to United this summer as a signing. The clubs are still in negotiation, guys. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed in this right moment, but the clubs are still locked in negotiation. That is per reports this morning from Sky Germany. And I will be saying to you this, we're still locked in negotiations with Bayern Munich for Matthias de Ligt as well. It's going to be interesting to see how that progresses, guys, because I know lots of reports have been coming out about the delay. Bayern Munich are trying to, hold firm to their 50 million asking price, while United just want to pay 40. And that, I would assure you guys, is probably likely going to be the case. There's said to be some interesting reports coming out in the last hour or so about Matthias de Ligt and Manchester United, but noticing that the delay there, United doesn't want to spend all of its time on players who already agreed to come to the club, personal terms and a contract. So while they're negotiating with the players' clubs, they're going to be moving on to some other targets. Guys, I bring this information to you because there's one target that might have been unfamiliar to a lot of you, and this player is right now currently being looked at by Man United as an alternative in the event that Wan Bissaka leaves. And this guy is Lustarshel Getruda as an option to replace Wan Bissaka. A very strong and physical right back. He gets forward well. He played for Feyenoord last season. And it's after strengthening the striker centerback positions, the Red Devils are shifting the focus to central midfield and the fullback positions. As you guys know, left back was originally a main priority due to Luke Shaw and Terrell Malasia's fitness issues. A report emerged yesterday while prioritizing 3 left back targets. Crystal Palace Tyreek Mitchell is on that list. Feyenoord David Hanko is also there. And while these reports have been going around, guys, I do not for 1 second believe that we're actually looking at Marcos Alonso. Actually, I think the third option is possibly Serge Reguilon. I'm not too sure if you guys might be willing to have him back in the club, but I don't know, depending on the price. For me, I'm looking at the one name that stands out to me there, and that's David Hanko. With a great performance over the last season and in the European Championship, I would say let's get that guy. And it's possible because Man United have been reported to be inquiring on his availability and what will it take to bring him to Manchester. Tyreek Mitchell from Crystal Palace is not a bad option, guys. I would say that being 33 years of age, it's going to be a little bit difficult to consider signing the player. He does not fit the profile that we are actually looking at. Nonetheless, there are the emerging possibilities that Wan Bissaka could leave the club, and we will be getting one of them as a replacement. Now, I would say it's probably likely going to be one between David Hanko and possibly Sergio Reguilon. Guys, I don't know what are your thoughts on that. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. Big up to you guys for coming in. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe, guys. It helps the channel grow. Road to 1K. Smash a like for Mark and MUFC fan. And if you don't know, get to know it, guys. It's going to be an amazing community, which I'm also streaming live to MUFC Realist TV, guys. So don't forget to smash the likes and share it along because the community, it must grow, guys. It must. You know what I mean? And good morning. I'm going to get back into your comment now, Mark DVs. I apologize about that earlier. Maguire and Lindelof, there have been reports that Maguire has received some contact and interest from West Ham. There's also been some interest coming in from two other unnamed Premier League clubs to date. So let's see how that goes. He might just be interested in a move, knowing that United are trying to sign first choice centre back in the centre back positions, knowing his place is going to be far more lower down the pecking order. It's going to be interesting this next week because I'm hearing that United are open to lots of opinion, a lot are open to hearing talks for transfers for 8 players. We talked about that yesterday morning, guys, and those 8 players, they will be listening to offers coming in. So far, I can tell you for sure that we've received 2 offers for Scott McTominay, one from Galatasaray as well as one from Fulham. United have turned down both of those offers and they're waiting for a fee closer to what they are asking for, which I believe is somewhere in the region of 35 to 40 million pounds. Now, whether they get that fee, guys, I'm sorry about that, excuse me. Whether they get that fee, guys, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Let's pay attention to the transfers and the outgoings. It's going to be important. I'm not saying that we're broke, but the exits are going to be very important to give these players who are coming in the confidence that they're going to be getting game time. You know what I mean? That's another thing that United have been looking at based on the fact that they need to get players in and move players out. Guys, it's going to be very interesting as well. Victor Lindelof is set to be possibly reunited with Jose Mourinho, the head coach of United that signed him early on in his tenure when he came to Manchester United. He's set to be possibly going to Fenerbahce. Maybe within the next 2-3 weeks, you should be getting some more concrete information on this. It has been happening. There are talks ongoing. It's not going to be a major fee. It's probably going to be somewhere in the region of 5 to 8 million pounds, possibly. You know what I mean? So let's see how that goes. Some concrete reports that are coming out right now in Germany, guys. Morning to you, Mental Ball Game, and I hope you're well. Big up to you, Casimir. Good morning, Angie FC. Good morning to you, everyone here in the chat. VRU mods, members. Has everyone smashed the like button? If not, why not? It only takes a few seconds, guys. Don't forget to do that. Big up to you guys. What is my prediction for Scott McTominay or leaving this season? Well, it's going to be interesting. I think if Fulham comes in with another bid, I do know that there are some reports about Emil Smith-Rowe going to Fulham. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on there. I know that, there's been an injury to Enzo Alvarez as well of West Ham, so they might be needing to strengthen in that position as well. Let's see how it goes. I think Scott McTominay goes this summer. United seem to be hell-bent on bringing in 4 to 6 players in this transfer window at the sacrifice of 6 to 8 United current players. And they plan to bolster the squad with some of the youth players who have been showing some promising starts to the preseason after coming off the back of a under-18 treble. It's going to be interesting because, Toby Collier just got promotion into the senior team. He has been and has been given the confidence and the knowledge that he will be getting some senior minutes next summer as a squad this season coming as a squad rotational player. Could that spell the end of Scott McTominay? And I would say it likely is, because Toby Collier is everything that we hope Scott McTominay would be. To be fair, Scott McTominay had a great season, scoring 10 goals last season, but in terms of all-round gameplay during the game, I think Toby Collier has shown that he can probably provide something that Scott didn't. Physicality, very good on the ball, a great passing range, and very good defensive basics in the midfield. Good morning to you, Jeffrey Osei. I hope you're well, my bro. We should accept the PSG 40 million pounds because we might not get that amount for Sancho. 100%, my bro. I think it's something United are considering heavily. As I've been reporting a lot, I think United have made a decision internally to accept a loss in this transfer window and make that back up as the seasons progress. It's early in the Ineos tenure of leadership at United as a bit part owner, but they're doing some major things, and I think that it might be possible that we can see a huge shift in the way United operate. You're already seeing how we're dealing with transfers. It's been multiple negotiations, multi-layered contracts, and previously in the current seasons previously before, it was something like where we were only doing one transfer per every 3 weeks or something like that, and we failed largely in most instances. So it's very much different, guys. I know the PTSD is there, but we got to take a little step back and be a little patient and have a little faith because it's a new regime. And I keep telling you guys, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, Dan Ashford, and Christopher Favell, these guys are no mugs. They're 10,000 times better than what we had before. They're actually footballing intelligent people. So they're going to be doing a good job. They're going to be coming in and doing their best for us. They also want to make a mark, guys. Remember, they all want to impress you. They want to impress you, the fans. So they're going to do the best job they can to impress you so you can give them the confidence and the faith that they will do a job going forward. So never forget that, guys. I know you're worried right now, but trust me, they're doing this to impress every one of you. You know what I mean? Big up to you guys. Angie's coming back in, 26 watching, 10 likes. Come on, guys, smash that like button. Share the content. It helps the channel grow. And subscribe to the channel only for $1 per month. Thank you, all members. Guys, this is for MUFC Realist TV because I have not hit 1,000 subscribers yet. But hopefully I will soon. And maybe I'll be able to get some monetization. And you guys could send in your super chats and stuff like that if you like. If you want to contribute to the channel, guys, you can do so freely whenever you so choose. You know what I mean? It will all be appreciated greatly, as it will definitely help the channel provide a better coverage for you guys going forward. Thank you so much in advance. Big up to all of you coming in. Big up to you, Shreddy Post. What's good, my bro? Chris Dancha is coming in. When is the next signing and sale expected? I can say for now, within the next week, we should be having some outgoings and some incomings. I know we are on the tour, but definitely that does not stop business. I know some people think it might delay things, but in all fairness, we have been doing business regardless. We even brought in a striker on a Sunday. When have we announced deals on a Sunday since, well, the takeover, I think, which was announced on Christmas Eve. But at the same time, guys, it's really interesting the way United are progressing right now. Some of the deals are delayed not because of us, but because of really what we are trying to do. I will say it again, guys, we're trying to amortize payments. We're trying to pay on our terms over a period of years. So this kind of, in a way, it puts some of the clubs off because some of the clubs, they also want to do transfer business. Not that we care, but they actually want to get most of their money in a lump sum. So it's going to be one of those things where if a club agrees, the deal happens fast. If a club doesn't, it's going to be a little bit of a while in dealing with that. Guys, keeping on the move on the transfer window, we weren't in for Antonio Silva. Yes, we were scouting him a lot last season, especially going into the winter window. But his release clause of 100 million was always something that was kind of deterring Man United from this deal. However, there are some breaking reports right now in Germany, guys, because of Antonio Silva's, because of his agent being George Mendes. It might be something interesting that's happening. George Mendes has been said to be wanting him to be moved out of Portugal and into a more classy team, a bigger team, to help him take the next step forward in his career. So George Mendes is heavy trying to get him a new move. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. I know that his 100 million is still his release clause, but after a poor showing in the Euro Championships this summer, his price and value has plummeted in actuality. So Benfica is knowing that they may not be able to argue a fee of more than 60 to 70 million for this player. Now, guys, this is a very expensive defender. He is both-footed. He could play left center back or right center back as well. he could be a direct replacement for, Lisandro Martinez if anything was to happen, or even just as an alternative for backup and rotation. Now he can even start some games. Now, the big thing is, guys, how is this deal going to work? Now, since George Mendes wants him to move him out of Benfica, it's going to be interesting. Maybe the deal might favor United. Let's see how it goes. But I'm not going to give this one a high rating. I'm going to say, guys, this deal is maybe a 40% possibility because he will be on the expensive side. Moving right along, guys, there's more information coming in right now about Manchester United interest in a midfielder. You know that the Ugarte deal has been slowly progressing, but that's not deterring Man United at the moment because they are still in negotiations with PSG. But what Man United have been doing is looking at some alternative midfielders who not only might be coming in to play the box-to-box 8 role, but could partner or come in as an alternative to Kobe Mainu as well. So this one of these midfielders right here, Morten Hulman from Sporting, is one of those players that has been on our radar. He plays for the Danish national team. He played in the Euros. He had a good tournament as well. He's a familiar face with Højlund, the likes of Højlund and Christian Eriksen. Let's see how this deal progresses. Let's get into this article, and I will also be showing you a little bit of his stats and information. Manchester United are in the transfer market for a new defensive midfielder, and they're evaluating their possible options on the table. The Red Devils have agreed personal terms with Manuel Ugarte over a possible potential transfer, but Paris Saint-Germain are playing hardball in negotiations. You know what I mean? The French champions want at least £59 million for the former Sporting man, and they seem reluctant to negotiate a price at the current point in time. Monaco's Youssef Fofana has been mentioned as an alternative last few days ago, but Ojogo claimed that Morten Hulman is also under the club's radar. Hulman, who was signed as a replacement for Ugarte at Sporting last summer, has a release clause of £67 million in his contract with the Portuguese side. Ugarte's agent putting pressure on PSG with the Hulman link. Hulman joined Sporting from Lecce last summer. He played almost every game from the number 6 role. He contributed 4 goals and 4 assists from 48 games. The 25-year-old had a passing accuracy of 87%. With 4 duels won per game, he also registered 2 tackles and 5.1 recoveries on average for the Lisbon Giants. The midfielder could be signed for a lesser fee than his release clause, considering Sporting may need a big money sale this summer to balance their books in the future. However, we believe that the speculation could be agent-driven. Ugarte's super agent Jorge Mendes is probably trying to put pressure on PSG with this transfer link. The Parisians are presently in talks to sign the Benfica wonder kid João Neves, and they need to sell Ugarte to make space for the arrival of the highly rated Portuguese star. The French champions are most likely to lower their demands if Neves makes the switch. Ugarte would be a much better signing for United compared to Hulman. The 23-year-old has completed 91% of his passes last term with an average of 3.9 tackles and 7.2 recoveries, 6 duels won per game. He would be the perfect defensive midfielder for the role of 6. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let me just give you guys a little bit of a look at what Morten Hulman offers. He's a decent player. He has a very good profile, guys. And this report shows a bit of what he offers in terms. If you look at it again, his attacking is in green, his possession is in cream, and his defending is in red. And this is his shot. This is what he creates. This is what he's going to offer on the pitch for Man United. You know what I mean? So you guys could make the decision. Would you like Manchester United to look at Morten Hulman? He is more expensive than Ugarte. Take that into consideration, guys. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I know a lot of these links are coming quick and fast, and this is why I'm telling you all, do not, be too overly skeptical on everything, but take your time with it. It's a lot of news coming in. This is likely to be happening because Manchester United are in the market. We are trying to get the best prices, so definitely we'll be looking around at our options, but we really are trying to focus on Manuel Ugarte, and I can tell you that because it's just what is being reported in this moment. If we really were done, we would have left the negotiation table, and we have not at this moment. Big up to you, Mark Davies, coming in. Do you think we will hear anything today? Any breakthrough on any transfer today? I'm not too sure about today, bro. I think we're making some strides. I think we're trying to get the deal done. Today is the day where we just arrived in the USA. So I think United would want to make a splash. You know what I mean? So let's hold on for a few hours. I think by mid-afternoon today, there's going to be some breaking reports as well. I would like to see us probably have all terms agreed with the club and the player for Matthijs de Ligt this afternoon. It would be my hope, but you know, I'm not sure what Bayern is doing right now. Bayern is just severely delaying based on a sense of they're trying to make themselves look good and save face for the fans. Big up to you, Roberto Antonio. Hope you are well. Angie is coming in. Mark, Radcliffe is also upsetting all the staff. There's a lot of redundancies coming to save money for the club and transfers, etc. Well, I spoke about this yesterday morning, Angie. You know, there are 250 employees that are set to lose their jobs from the 1,100 we have currently employed at Old Trafford. And this is set to happen during the next 10 days. While United is away on tour, they are going to be doing this cost-cutting exercise over the next 10 days. It's a difficult time. You know, it's something that I'm disappointing to see happening. But realistically, when I think about how bad the Glazers ran this club for the last decade, you know, it's going to take its toll on a lot of different directions, guys. And it's always sad to see people lose their job, and it's not something that you actually want to see happening to anyone. But at the end of the day, it's something that happens sometimes, and you know, hopefully that their severance packages can take care of them in the best way. And you know, I do know that there's been an olive branch extended to those possible, you know, redundant positions who might be losing their jobs in the next 10 days. They have been also offered an opportunity to be rejoin the Man United family as part of the new facility that is, you know, prospectively to be built, like the Wembley of the North that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been talking about. You know, they are trying to push forward with plans for this and reconstruction of the stadium. When they announce those plans and the actual start of this is left to be seen, guys. Could any new signings during the tour dates end up joining them in the USA? Well, this one is more likely to be the case. I think if Matthijs de Ligt is signed in the next 24 to 48 hours, he will definitely be joining up on tour. And I would say the same for Manuel Ugarte. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how the deals go. I think United are trying to get the maximum of their opportunities this summer. We don't have a huge budget, so we're trying to maximize the expenditure the best way we can. And I think that might delay some of the transfers, and this is the reason why there has been stagnation in the last 10 days. Big up to you, Stephanie Griffith. Good morning. Good morning. 8 likes. Guys on Mark and MUFC fan channel. Come on, guys. Smash those likes for your boy. You know what it is. Get in on it. Enjoy it. And let's see what's happening, guys. You know, boom. Hold on 1 second. Let me just check this out really quickly. Boom. Okay, let's go. I got a little bit more information coming for you guys as well, guys. I will just continue in the comments for a little bit, but I wanted to bring to you one more story that I have that's popping up right now. Boom, boom, boom. I know we covered reports of this. We've been covering reports on this, but this news is pretty interesting to me as well. What do I think of Leny Yoro? Well, I think Leny Yoro is going to be a top talent. I think he should develop into one of the top defenders. You know, you cannot predict the future and you know any possible unforeseen circumstance that could be possible. But from what I've seen in his first game, the first 45 minutes, I think it's a good base, and he will definitely be looking to build on these performances. And I am definitely looking forward to seeing him do well and improve. You know what I mean? So I would say I look forward to getting himself onto the top level of defensive ability in the Premier League in the next 18 months. To be fair, I would say that much. Guys, So I'm going to bring this story to you, and this is about, we have been linked seriously to a loan for Xavi Simons. RB Leipzig are hoping to keep him for the next season. He's not actually up for sale this summer. PSG does not want to pay a 50% sell-on clause to PSV Eindhoven, so they're only offering this player up for a loan. Now, there has been lots of reports in Germany that he is set to return to Leipzig. Bayern Munich are also looking at him, but the biggest problem for both of those teams is that he's only available on a loan. And while has been reported that the player will be hoping to get concrete game time, he has been mulling over his options over the last 2 weeks. It's said to be longer than expected by the German Giants, who expected him to make a more ready decision. But maybe that's because of the interest coming in from Manchester United, and also because of the fact that United also has a coach that he's very fond of and familiar with in Ruud van Nistelrooy. Let's see how this deal progresses, because I know United are intent on getting their targets. Xavi Simons has been taking a lot longer to decide his future than has been reported. Let's see if his head has actually turned toward the direction of Old Trafford. Big up for that, guys. What are your thoughts in the comments? Let me know what you're thinking. Yeah, Leny Yoro has only played half of one match to now. He needs to get 3-4 games before judging his form 100%. You know what I mean? This is why I'm saying from that performance, I just think it was a decent base. I think he will do well. The most I can say, guys, because you know what? We need to see more games from these youngsters. It's going to take a lot of game time for them to find their form. They played a certain style in different teams, and they're going to be playing slightly differently. When I say that, it might be the same concept of a high line, an expansive attacking football, but they have new teammates next to them. So it's going to be interesting to see how they evolve together as a team during the course of the season. So guys, give these players time. You know what I mean? Big up to RD United. Rich, what's good, bro? What's up with you? Hope you're well, bro. Good morning to you, Neil Driscoll. I hope you're well. How are you doing, bro? Is everything good? Big up to you, Joe Blackman. Thank you so much. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can be. Big up to all of you guys coming in. I already talked about Xavi Simons, but let's move it on, because there's some other interesting reports coming out. And I just wanted to bring this in because it might be interesting. There are 7 key senior players that are set to miss the preseason tour, including Lisandro Martinez. So I just wanted to bring this in for you guys so you could get a little bit of news about the tour, which is going to be kicking off this weekend. Manchester United have already arrived because I've in the United States. They have left Manchester yesterday afternoon UK time. The Red Devils are already played 2 preseason games. The first one lost 1-0 to Rosenborg. The second, a 2-0 over Glasgow Rangers with a better performance. Eric Ten Hag's side will now compete in 3 matches versus Arsenal, Real Betis, and Liverpool in Los Angeles, San Diego, and South Carolina, respectively. The 29-man squad was announced yesterday with a mixture of seniors and youth players all taking part. Interestingly, Steve McLaren will stay behind at Carrington to train some key stars who will not be joining the US tour due to the international commitments at this summer at the Euro 2024 and the Copa America. Guys, let's see who's on the list to head to the USA. And the 29-man squad named by MUFC includes the likes of additions of Maguire, McTominay, Højlund, Eriksen, and Heaton, right? Steve McLaren is staying to coach the players who are coming back to Carrington, like Mainu, Shaw, Martinez, Garnacho, Fernandez, Dallo, Xerxes, and Palestri, right? So these are the players who will be remaining at Carrington, and the inability to call on these players will be a serious issue as all of the aforementioned players, with the exception of Palestri, are crucial members of the first team squad. It is quite unclear how much of a role new signing Xerxes will have, but the 5 other names are arguably all of United's best players, or they are certainly in the conversation to be. Moreover, fans in the United States will be incredibly disappointed not to see fan favorites such as Mainu, Martinez, and of course, Fernandez. What's more is United do not have any more preseason games after they arrive back from America, as they will have the Community Shield against derby rivals Manchester City on the 10th of August. The last August, for example, they took on RC Lens at Old Trafford and the Athletic Bilbao in Dublin in preseason ties before the first game of the season. This is a luxury they won't have this year. Ideally, Ten Hag will want to play his strongest 11, as beating City again at Wembley would be another feather in his cap and a great way to start the season with confidence. However, it is hard to imagine that any of the players left at Carrington will be able to start or even play much more than 30 minutes of that game. United's first three games of the season are at home tie versus Fulham, and then two tricky matches, an away day against Brighton before welcoming arch rivals Liverpool to Old Trafford on the 1st of September. Whilst the Community Shield may be unrealistic, Ten Hag will be certainly hoping he can call upon his best players on the opening day of the Premier League, but it would only be possible 2 weeks training and one match before. It is far from ideal. It's plausible that Dalot and Fernandes will return earlier as they were knocked out of the Euro 2024 on the 5th of July, so have already had 20 days off. Xerxes was knocked out on the 10th of July, but he already had a short holiday before being called up as an emergency replacement in the Dutch squad. Nonetheless, Mainu, Shaw, Garnacho, and Martinez have all reached the finals of their respective tournaments and did not leave international duty until the 15th of July. Therefore, United fans will be unlikely to see any of these players return to Carrington until the first week of August at the earliest. Guys, what are your thoughts on that? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Just a little bit of an update on the players and what's happening. Oh, Neil Driscoll, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Neil. Happy birthday to you. Big up, my bro. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope it's going to be amazing for you, and I hope you have a great time, a safe time, and all the family come to celebrate you. All the friends will be celebrating you as well. And I hope maybe some lucky United has a giveaway right now for the new away kit. Maybe you could win it. You never know how lucky you could be on your birthday, bro. But bless up to you, Neil. I hope there's many more in store. I wish you the best health and wealth and strength going forward, my brother. Big up to you. Good morning to all of you coming in. What do I think of our chances next season if we don't end up doing any more incomings and outgoings? Well, I certainly don't think we're going to be finishing below top six next season. Whether or not we do more business or not, I think we'll be fighting for the top six somewhere. We could definitely be ending up in top four. I think with a fit squad, we will definitely be in the top four thereabouts. But I think if we get all the prospective signings that we're looking at, like a Ligt, like a Ugarte, possibly Hanko as a left back, I think it's going to be amazing. I think we could definitely be fighting and challenging a lot higher up the field and in all competitions. I think, football isn't actually linear. There has been some issues before. I know last season we struggled, but we didn't just struggle based on style of play. We struggled based on a lot of the fact that we had massive injuries and we really didn't have the options. When the team has massive injuries like that, it's really hard to train with the right intensity, guys, because you don't have enough players to train against each other. You know what I mean? Ideally, you want to train with 11 against 11 in training so that you can get that physicality of playing as a team. But when you have mass players injured, 10 plus players out, you don't have that. And we had to call on the youths. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But guys, this has been the update for you all this morning. The only last thing I wanted to bring to you guys is some information about what Dan Ashworth has been talking about recently. He's just recently also outlined the objectives of Manchester United for this summer, for this 2024-25 season. So guys, if you're willing to listen, I'm going to give you the information on this really quickly, right? Eric Ten Hag has been made aware of his remit by Manchester United sporting director Dan Ashworth ahead of the 24-25 season. According to The Guardian, Eric Ten Hag is not under pressure to guide Manchester to a top four finish next season. The club is prioritizing on-the-field performance and off-the-field standards. The powers above Ten Hag, such as sporting director Dan Ashworth, are demanding better performance with an understanding that all areas of football policy require repurposing. All of this shows how bad things were when the Glazers had Ed Woodward and Richard Arnold steering the ship at Old Trafford. United are aiming to establish sustained excellence, and they will not appreciate a repeat of last season's league form after United finished 8th last year, or lowest Premier League in the Premier League era. With the help of Jason Wilcox as technical director, we can expect more demands on United's style of play. They will want to see United play with a sense of identity after investing heavily in the squad. United suffered 60 plus injuries that seriously affected the side's performance, which is why we're having a shortened preseason this summer. Last summer, United had 8 matches throughout the summer. This year, it's 6, including the Community Shield and against Man City on the 10th. Two new signings have been brought in this summer. Leny Yoro and Joshua Zirkzee are two young players with a high radar, and they can be key players in the next season if they can stay fit. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? I think Dan Ashworth is significantly telling Eric Ten Hag, listen, I want you to coach these players. I want to see your vision of football on these players that matches what we want to play. We decided to back you, and now you have to deliver. And I think Eric Ten Hag is going to deliver a style of play. I think it's going to be surprising what we do this season, guys. It's going to be very interesting. I don't believe Dan Ashworth is off with Omar Barada and Wilcox and Co. I believe it's just Omar, Wilcox, and Christopher Vavell. But I would confirm that for you and bring the information back with. So I think Dan Ashworth has remained in Old Trafford to conduct business. But I will let you know later on. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. And Neil Driscoll, you're like family, my brother. You know what I mean? So big up to you. Most welcome. Glad to be a part of your day. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you will have an amazing one again, and we will be seeing you guys a bit later on. I'm not going to be live until probably 3 or 4 p.m. UK today, guys. I have a dentist appointment, so I won't be able to be live around 1 p.m., 1:30 like usual. I will have to apologize about that, but I'm thinking about dropping a live recording. If not, maybe Mick might be available and do a stream for you guys. I'm getting this feeling. I've been telling you since yesterday. I feel today might have some good news. You never know, but you know how it is, guys. It's a transfer window. You Manchester United are doing a good job so far. I know a lot of you are a little bit disappointed that there has not been multiple signings in the recent days. But guys, it's going to take a while to get us back to where we want to be, right? I know there's a lot of young talent coming through the squad. There's a lot of promising players that we've seen last season. Of course, there were lots of players who weren't promising at all. But at the same time, the structure that has came in, we've all agreed in the last few weeks that they've made some really good decisions. So I would say let's give them a little bit of patience, a little bit of faith to see what they do in the coming weeks, because they've been doing good business so far. And maybe they get all the transfers done. A little bit of what is this? Oh, there's a little bit of information coming in about United playing Chester FC. Wait, last night. Okay, so a Manchester United 11 played Chester FC last night at Diva Stadium. I think Alien Teller was telling me about this game. A mix of under 21s and under 18s. The young United side featured a new face with experienced Tommy Rowe involved as a trialist for player coach position. United started with Gabriel Biancheri opened the scoring in just 6 minutes into the match. Chester leveled it back up just moments later when Connell Rowlinson won the header from the corner before Tom Pearce hooked the ball into the goal past Eli Harrison. The home side had chances to take the lead but were denied by Harrison before coming close with a free kick attempt that curled just wide of the post. It was United who scored next though Biancheri added his second of the match in the 36th minute after rounding the keeper. A fox in the box, Biancheri comes alive in the area, earning him comparisons to former United striker Chicharito. Just after a half-time break, Harrison was called into question again to make an outstanding save to stop Matty Williams' header, which looked destined for the top corner. Chester pushed for an equalizer that came within inches of getting in when Jordan Hunter's strike cannoned off the bar and outside. But it was another United goal on the menu. A defensive slip saw the ball loose to 16-year-old James Bailey, who ran in and finished past the keeper. The match finished 1-3 to United, an impressive result for such a young United side off the back of a treble-winning season for the under-18s. Most of the squad from the match will now head to Zagreb to take part in the Mladen Ramdak Memorial Tournament next week. And the United 11 that played yesterday was Harrison, Nolan, Ala Joffrey, Fredrickson, Rowe, Fletcher. Oh, Tyler Fletcher got a game. He's back from injury. Big up to him. McAllister, Thwaites, Sharp, Williams, and Biancheri. The substitutes were Miles, Jackson, Camerson, Kingdon, Armour, Fitzgerald, Bauman, and Devaney. Kingdon, is a very exciting young player. I would like to see more of him as well. Guys, don't forget the name Eli Harrison. That's a youngster that I think is definitely going to come in and be part of United very, very soon. So, guys, big up to all of you joining. Oh, good morning to you, Sanjay Ramuto. I hope you're well. You know what I mean? What? I don't know if I could do that, but maybe I will try. Maybe I will try. Maybe I'll give you guys a little bit of a blog right before I go into the dentist on operation, guys, from the dentist chair. Big up. Yeah, definitely, Neil. Rome was not built in a day. It's going to take some time, but we have to be patient. And I'm telling you guys, you guys know I wanted a full sale only. I wasn't too happy with the fact we got Ineos, but from some of the decisions they've made, I'm thinking to myself, you can't knock good choices. They've been making some good choices. Of course, they will make mistakes. It's only normal. Nothing is perfect. But you know what? They're doing their best. And that's the least I can say, guys. So I'm going to thank you all. Big up to every single one of you for all the support over the last few weeks, especially to MUFC Realist TV, Mick and the guys from Jarvis, from Stu, from Tom. Thank all of you, and from myself as well. And for all of you who support my channel as well, Mark and MUFC fan, thank you so much, guys. We hope to bring you more consistent content and a wider range of things Man United as this season progresses. On my channel, guys, you will be seeing more and more about the U team, the under-19s, the under-18s. You're going to get more information about the Manchester United women's team as well. I'm going to be bringing you watch-alongs and status updates on the progress of each team throughout their individual seasons this season 24-25. So look forward to that, guys, on all things Man United coming right to your doorstep. From your boys, Mark and MUFC fan, Mick Ruby, Jarvis Cocker, Stu Wally, and all of the crew, Tom and all of them, coming in this new season, guys. It's going to be amazing. You're going to get all the coverage that you need, everything United. You won't miss a beat. Don't forget, guys, we also signed Chido Obi Martin yesterday. He's confirmed he is a Red. He left Arsenal. He blanked Real Madrid. He blanked Bayern Munich. He said no to PSG, and he came to Manchester United. So, guys, big up to the 16-year-old becoming a new member of our, youth academy. He will be given the option to be promoted if his form continues into the next season. Let's see how it goes. Big up to all of you guys coming in. Thank you so much to you, Mental Ball Game, Stephanie Griffith. Big up to you. Oh, I'm 41 away from 500 subs. Guys, if you're watching, help me. Come in, I'm going to drop the link in the comments right now. If you guys are watching and you have not subscribed to my channel, please, come in and smash a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Any of your views that you think can possibly help me make the channel a better place, guys, definitely would be interesting for all of you, for me to help to do my best, guys, 100%. You know what I mean? I'm going to drop it in the comments. 1 second. I need to find this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Right. So, okay, I found it. Dropping it in the comments, guys. Paste it right here. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. Let me know, guys, if you want. Come in, smash a like and subscribe. It's your boy Mark and MUFC fan. It's gonna be interesting. This is my link here, guys. I'm about to be done, Wizard. I'm about to be going. Smash a like if you have the time, guys. This is my channel right here. Come in, smash a like, subscribe, help me get to 1,000 subs, help the community grow. It's all for you guys, and I can't do it without you. I'm always happy to have you guys in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This has been my presentation to you. I'm telling you guys, this is a little light roundup. Wizard, I don't know if you catch the whole stream, but I'm going to give a short roundup now before I close. Right, I've been talking about a second bid coming in, possibly from Fulham for Scott Mctomminay, an increased bid. United are looking forward to that to make a decision on his outgoing. We have been learned of the interest of Ajax in Christian Eriksen. Manchester United have said that they are open and interested. They don't mind sending him on a loan to buy with an option. They don't even mind if they get it as a cheap permanent deal this summer as well. Talks have just been opened between clubs for the player. The club is also talking to the player's agent, so let's see if he agrees terms with Ajax first, and then we will know. There's also some interesting reports coming in about Pellistri. He's possibly and probably heading to Panathinaikos, guys, in the next 2 days. So let's see how that goes. I think he's all but agreed terms with the club. Let's see if all clubs can agree on payment terms. That's going to be interesting as well. PSG are planning to make an offer of £40 million for Jadon Sancho. We definitely must accept that. Let's see when that offer comes in. Talks are still ongoing between Bayern Munich and Manchester United over the sale of Matthijs de Ligt. Talks are still continuing for Manuel Ugarte. United are weighing up their interest in Morten Hjulmand. He is reported to be somewhere in the region of £67 million. There's also been some reports about super agent George Mendes wanting to move his player Antonio Silva from Benfica to Manchester United, as he wants him to play in a more high-profile footballing team. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. You know, PSG are trying to withhold out for £50 million for Ugarte, but George Mendes, again, is his agent. So it might be interesting to see how this deal is done. We know that they also want Joao Neves to PSG. He's also under the representation of George Mendes. So let's see how that goes. The dominoes should be kicking off pretty soon. There's going to be some interest coming in from Manchester United, as they just recently inquired about the availability of left back Hanko. You know, he's going to be a very good signing if he was to be the left back choice. We are still in for Ferdi Kadioglu. Let's see if a second bid from United goes in. And guys, this has been my presentation to you. Look forward to this. I'm telling you, you're going to get some exciting news over the course of this weekend. We have another game coming, and the last time we had a game, the first of the preseason, we signed a player. And before the second, we did sign a player. So the third game is coming up, guys. Maybe we're going to sign 2 players. You know, you never know, guys. But don't forget to smash the like and subscribe. It's been your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan, presenting not only on my channel, but as well as on MUFC Realist TV, the morning updates, Manchester United transfer news, and a little bit of my views as news. Hope you guys have a great day. Cheers to you, Shim Chatai. I don't want to butcher your name, bro, so I'm sorry if I did, but I hope you have a good day as well. I am Mark, and Mick wasn't here this morning, but big up to you, my bro. I will be catching you guys later. Have a great day. It's been your boy, and we'll be seeing you later on as well.